Hey everyone, Tristan back with another shoe related video, and in this video we're taking a look at the Alden Cigar Shell Cap Toe shoes in the Aberdeen Last. The Cigar Shell Cordovan is a dark brown shell Cordovan that as of this video is a bit rare because Horween, which is the tannery that produces shell Cordovan, which by the way is a horse leather, is not actually producing any other colors other than black and the dark burgundy color 8. So these are kind of rare. Some of the rare shell Cordovan colors, such as ones called Cigar, which are these, Ravello, which is a little bit more of a redder brown, and Whiskey, which is sort of a lighter tan or lighter brown, are just not really being produced, and they're sort of hard to come by in Alden shoes these days, unless you get on a special order or you just happen to come across them, as I did with these and a fellow Style Forum member who I bought these from. So anyway, these are the shoes here. These are on the Alden Aberdeen Last, which is a sleeker last, has a more narrow pointy toe, as you can see here. And these run true to size. So if you run a, say, 8.5D on the Brannock size, you'll run the same size with these. So no need to size down or anything because they do run a bit narrow. And in fact, the Aberdeen Last is Alden's most narrow last. So these are a sleek shoe. They're more of a dress shoe, I would say, rather than a casual shoe, but certainly you can wear these casually with jeans and they'll be perfectly fine. But just because of the last, they're a bit dressier maybe and a little bit sleeker, but as you can see in looking at these, the shell Cordovan is just really nice with the sort of dark brown tonality of the shell Cordovan. And the antique edging on these work really well as well. Another thing that makes these sort of a little bit dressier is the fact that it doesn't have a full 360-degree welt. As you can see, it's got what they call 270-degree welt. So the welt stops here at the heel, and you don't have the welting on the back of the shoe. So it just makes for a more of a sleek shoe and not as casual, a little bit more of a formal shoe. And you can also kind of get a sense of the last as well by looking at them, by looking at them from that angle. So I've only tried these on in the house and on carpet, and I'm just sort of breaking them in and decided to do a video on them. As you can see, I've got a little bit of the shell Cordovan folding starting to begin here, but I haven't really worn these yet. So that will, break in nicely as I wear them, around the house. These have the double leather sole, and again, I think with the antique edging, these are just a really attractive shoe. There is a little bit of a variance in the dye of the Cigar Shell Cordovan. On this shoe, you can kind of see it's a little bit darker here on the vamp than it is on the toe. That's sort of normal. Alden doesn't have super strict quality control with regards to, the tonality of the dye. In this particular pair of shoes, however, it wasn't that big of a deal for me because the shoe will bend right here, and that will kind of lighten up as time goes on as well. So, it'll be less noticeable. Let's compare these to another pair of Horween based dark brown shell Cordovan shoes that I also own, and that's this shoe here. As I bring it into the frame, these are the Ralph Lauren Marlowe made by Crockett & Jones in England shell Cordovan shoes. These also use Horween shell Cordovan, and they're also dark brown. But as you can see, if I compare the colors here, the Ralph Lauren shoe is a bit of a lighter brown than the Alden Cigar, and hopefully you can kind of see in the video the difference. They are very close, but the Cigar is a generally darker brown, and sometimes the Cigar Aldens look almost black in certain light as well. Taking this out of frame, we can also compare it to my Alden 975s, which is the burgundy color 8, and you can hopefully see the difference there. They're both sort of shades of brown, but the color 8 burgundy shell Cordovan is definitely a lot redder and sort of more of an eggplant as well. So that just sort of gives you a color comparison between a couple different shades of shell Cordovan, all made by Chicago-based Horween Tannery, which is the only U.S. manufacturer of shell Cordovan. And as you can see, it has 5 eyelets, so it's a standard sort of dress shoe with the nice cap toe here. I think these are going to prove to be a very versatile shoe to wear both formally as well as casually. Why don't I go ahead and put these on, and then that way you can see what they look like on feet. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I am wearing them, and as you can see, I'm wearing a dark indigo jeans with them. So, they do go well with jeans. As you can see in the natural light here, the cigar shell Cordovan is quite dark. And again, as mentioned, in certain light, it could almost look black, but it's got a very distinctive type of a brown. It's almost a greenish brown. And that's probably why they call it the cigar shell Cordovan, because it's almost like the color of a cigar. Really nice shoes. They fit very well. And you can kind of get a sense of the welt and the sole edging here as well from different angles. So really nice shoes, I have to say. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them, and also please check my links above. I'll try to post here on the top right. I've done a lot of shell Cordovan shoes in the past. Also videos on how to care for your shell Cordovan shoes and regular leather shoes. So definitely be sure to check out my playlist linked for more videos. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. And thanks for taking a look with me at the Alden Cigar Shell Cordovan cap toe shoes in the Aberdeen Last. These are really nice American-made cap toe shell Cordovan dress shoes.